So, when last we left off, we started a side quest here. And I don't know if we want to do that just yet. We're at the start of stream time, so we have the option of doing the Survivors hero quest, and so that's what I think we're gonna do. Which, looking at it, I actually didn't realize that we might, okay, no, we just have to go back here. Probably around noon in game, but who's really counting? Only Xenoblade 3. Which is it's very funny out of context, but then you get into a situation where it's like, okay, there's only evasion tanks left. They can't win. Shut up, Potato Man. They can't. Shut up, Potato Man. They can't win. Shut up, Lands. They can't win, but they're gonna die very slowly in the process of not winning. And so you might as well go and just give up. I mean, I will never do that, because, like, there's the off chance that something goes right and it ends up working out for everyone involved. But I think it's more efficient, definitely, to just give up in that scenario. Everybody, I know, this is a very chatty game. Again, I'm very mixed feelings about narrated idle animations. It's weird.
This is what we were after.
Don't you go losing that. You think this'll do?
Don't see why not.
I wonder how the console's going to use this stuff to get rid of the monsters.
They're gonna burn us.
I haven't a clue.
This is somehow gonna wrap around to us.
Everyone!
Juniper, are you alright?
Yes, and the colony is unharmed, thank goodness.
Hey, Juniper, has your console always been like that?
The console? I don't really recall.
You said she pretty much left you to it, right?
That's correct. The console rarely ever visits us. We've met a couple of times, but I barely have any recollection of us talking.
So why on Ionios would she start involving herself now?
An excellent question.
I say we get this job done, and then we give her a piece of our mind. I mean, I don't really sense any hostility from it. Maybe it's fine.
But you have to admit, she's got a way of getting on your nerves, right?
Still, she is a consul. If we underestimate her, we'll no doubt be in for a world of pain.
Noted. But even if we do have to fight, it'd have to be outside of the colony.
Yeah. We don't know what she might be planning to do with the people of Colony Tau.
We should try to head back soon.
Hello, Rogals.
Is this like a rare thing?
I don't know why I jumped down. We're just gonna fast travel back here.
I'll report into the console.
Is that enough for you?
Wonderful, my dear Uroberries. Quite the speedy little workers, aren't you?
So, how are you gonna use the stuff?
She sounds like a grandma.
We're
Like
going to make it
a really
into a
posh
pot
grandma.
and throw it into a bonfire.
You're
I
gonna set us on
hear
fire,
it
aren't
has
you?
the most fragrant aroma. No doubt the creatures will be drawn straight to it. A little assistance wouldn't go amiss. You.
Huh? Yes.
What a farce.
They're drawn to the scent, are they?
What is it, Tyon? You picked up on something?
Not exactly.
Oh, what is this? Oh, I do so hate the forest. What with all the bugs?
That explains why she's not here very often.
Right. Well, they do say that bugs hate smoke.
You know the type of insect I hate the most? The creepy, crawly kind. Oh, ghastly things. How about you?
It doesn't mean anything.
Me? I've seen them all before. Can't say they bother me.
Also, this guy's voice screams of, I'm an extra.
Oh. Such a tedious little corner of Ionios. Nothing much ever happens around here, does it?
No, not really. I'm kind of used to it by now, though.
His voice makes me laugh.
Well, of course you would be. State the obvious. Why don't you?
Oh, right. Sorry, ma'am.
Now throw in the plants I gave you, and we should be all set for the preparatory phase.
So if her... Do you have the slightest idea? That's such a good line.
Where are you going, ma'am?
Oh, you know, I thought I might witness a little of that Ouroberry magic for myself. The smoke rising from the bonfire acts like a signal flare to indicate the start of battle.
Yeah? What's that got to do with... Crap! They're back! Again!
Yeah, no shit.
What?
Looks like you've got your work cut out for you. Oh yes, you had better live your lives to their very fullest.
What? These monsters! Don't ask me! They just showed up out of the blue and started heading this way!
Well, yeah, it's the scent.
These monsters aren't from the forest. Why would they have come in so far?
I have my hunches.
No point guessing right now. Let's send these guys packing.
Are they not? Where are these guys from? I don't remember these things, because, I mean, they're going to be a weird level, so it's not going to matter. When did I get aggro? I didn't even attack this one. Oh, fuck. I think I'm gonna die. I might as well try. Gotta draw Lucky 7 while I have the chance, because if I die, I think I lose it. Also, was that the Ouroboros theme playing? There's no end to them!
The appropriate tactic in this situation is fight first, whine later, mate.
Yeah, I know, man. Makes me feel better, though.
My dear, sweet little Junebug.
Right, so if I'm dying, I should draw Lucky 7.
I'll tell you.
Even though I think if I die, I lose it anyway, it's better to draw it and wait and potentially recover than to not draw it and then lose access to it for basically forever, because recharging Lucky 7 takes forever.
I want to see Colony Tau performing to the very best of their ability.
What?
I want them to wallow in regret, to agonize, tremble, suffer, rise, convulse, and then die.
Thank you, Grandma.
You see, The look on their faces at that moment is the most delectable thing in the world to me.
Consort, I don't understand.
So, in the context of all Ouroboros being twisted, Triton in particular feels a bit weird. They, like, introduced this, I'm a good guy, actually, or, they did it twice, actually, Mio's like this, too. But then none of the others ever are like that ever again. It's very strange.
Distilled at the cusp of death to a perfect fraction of unbearable humiliation.
Furthermore, the fact that they're both Ouroboros doesn't matter. Like, Mio gets a talent art out of it, I guess, but the talent art doesn't really have much to do with her being Ouroboros. And, doesn't have much to do with her being Mobius. I might have said Ouroboros, but it's too many words. Mio being Mobius doesn't really matter. She gets a talent art, yes, but otherwise it's completely pointless. Triton's class makes more sense being Mobius, given that it's the only class that's unique. However, Triton himself doesn't actually benefit from that gimmick, thereby making Triton being Mobius also being rather inconsequential.
However, teetering there on the edge of oblivion is also the moment in which you shine the brightest.
But the weird thing is just that those two specifically are the only ones that aren't completely twisted and bonkers.
The terror.
Mio makes sense because she never wanted to be Mobius, and she was just she was roped into it by N. I guess I shouldn't say Mio, I should say M. M was roped into it by N, didn't really have a choice. Triton, on the other hand, presumably did, so it's weird that he's not. Considering that he's not, and that there is not a single other Mobius in the game so far that is like he is.
A newborn babe could never hope to match that expression of horror. Only the march of time can crystallize those grimaces of wrath and agony.
Why do you pronounce wrath that way?
Aged to perfection, like a fine wine.
Probably I don't know. Like, sure, Triton could have been passive, but then why are there no other passive Mobius? Why are all the Mobius twisted?
They're coming our way, too.
Huh, never a dull moment around here.
Come now, Junebug. Chin up. I want to see you at the peak of your brilliance.
Like, if all Mobius are like people that are down in their lot, that were kicked down to the curb, and so when they finally get the power they want, they get corrupted and super twisted, why is Triton not like that? And if Triton's just lived so long, why are all the other old Mobius the same as other Mobius? Like, this old lady is completely batshit crazy.
You don't ripen to your fullest now, can I?
Wait, why do I have all the aggro? Okay. I also find it funny that the game, I think, internally considers Lucky 7 its own class, because the game, when you draw Lucky 7, your class level, your class points disappear. It's really funny. So, like, I think internally, Lucky 7 is a class. I wonder if it means that you can hack it to other playable by the other characters. That would be really neat.
They got Roland. Somebody go and help the poor soul.
How in the... Are we snuffed then? Is this it for us?
Stay calm. There's still a glimmer of hope. There aren't as many monsters as before. It's doable. Keep pushing them back.
We'll try.
Oro berries are a force to be reckoned with, aren't they? I hadn't factored them in, but I did get a taste of fear and despair. And for that, I'm truly grateful.
Also, her outfit looks more gold, and I'm not sure if that's just the lighting or not.
You must have felt such sweet relief when they broke the flame clock. How does it feel to have all that taken away from you? You'd better pick up the pace, or my little monsters will flock to you like a free meal.
It's the smoke. Put out the fire. Stop the smoke.
Oh, I think it's a little late for that.
I had my doubts, but I never thought you were so brazen as to do this openly.
She literally said it. I don't know why you guys are surprised.
When you crush and burn those plants, they make the most irresistible aroma for monsters.
So you lied about getting rid of them.
I said that nuisances had to be removed. Who said anything about monsters? I was hoping to remove everyone save little Junebug here, and make way for new growth in the forest.
Also, for somebody that doesn't like insects, you certainly do want to make the forest grow for some reason.
You don't have to spout a load of shite, you know that.
Gotta love the floating shield.
I was hoping to see them savaged by hungry beasts, but oh well. Your efforts have managed to...
I mean, that's cool, but that doesn't work on most fights where you'll be drawing Lucky 7, so it basically doesn't matter.
Again?
Did I not mention? Not a few days ago, I recall that you intervened. I was hoping to cull some fruitlings before their homecoming.
Ah, the monsters from before.
Yes, that's it. That's the way. It's the monsters that you encountered on that fateful day. The very same.
Oh my god, the Mobius is evil. Who would have thunk?
Yes, I led them there myself. If they had feasted on your husks, I could have thrown them into the colony and given you such a fright.
I think it's a bit of a shame that Mobius characters lack any sort of depth.
Why? Why would you think of doing such an awful thing?
I took you to be smarter than this, Junebug. Be a dear and fire up those synapses for me.
Don't have to be a
Colony
dick
Tower
about
was
it.
ready to accept their fate. I settled on the monsters as the best way to deal with that. I thought perhaps if you were to see your friends torn apart before your very eyes, it might give you the stimulus you need.
You're beyond help.
When the flame clock was destroyed, and you were given the chance to live, you also came to fear death, and gained the ability to suffer, as you are doing right now. You've done well, my little Uro berries. Yes, indeed. The look on your faces is not something so easily reproduced. Ah, how long I've waited just to see those contortions. The perfect moment. Once matured, then savored. I'll not let you die easily. I shall see to that.
You consoles are all the same, aren't you? How can you toy with people's lives like this? You think this is fun?
Noah, your trigger finger, it's kind of clipping through the gun.
Oh, I just love teasing my favorite playthings. Is that really so difficult to understand? Well, it's been lovely talking to you, but I'm afraid time's getting on. If you despise me so much, slay my little pets and try taking me on yourselves.
I actually don't remember. Were we fighting these things? There's only 3 this time. That's good. Okay! I'll have to draw Lucky 7 this time. There you are. Boom! Do I need these things for anything? I don't think I need Rhino for anything.
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
My, you really defeated them? All of them? Well, you're nothing if not tenacious.
If you stay away from our colony without interfering, just as you always have, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones.
Without interfering? You really are a model child, aren't you? I told you, I consider myself the assiduous.
Yeah, I got the impression she's been meddling the entire time.
Why do you think that so few make it to homecoming in this pit that none know about or care about? Why do you think there are few threats to your colony, yet your flame clock teeters on the brink of collapse?
Well...
Are they? I swear there was one earlier in this area.
Let me explain it to you in simple terms that even you will be able to understand. I made it that way. It was by my design.
What?
Yeah, duh.
You really are the lowest of the low.
Like, that was pretty obvious when she mentioned that she interfered before. She interfered twice. She could have interfered basically the entire time. But...
I had the soldiers die when approaching their final term. I conceived your peculiar traditions, and I sent monsters to you.
I don't know if I'd say that I could have guessed that she had done this, but it, like, makes perfect sense.
And when your numbers were culled just enough to maintain the colony, I sent you new recruits. When you lacked a source of life with which to fill the clock, I placed monsters of adequate strength for your succor. And it has all been for this moment. Ah, the lengths I went to just for today.
I cannot begin to understand you.
Countless hours of painstaking effort went into this. But I am so very glad to have met a soul like yourself, little Junebug. Even your rage brings me delight. The fact that you want to kill me where I stand, even more rapturous. I shall contort your face into an expression of pure agony. I shall tear down all that you are.
The people of Colony Town have been fighting just to survive day to day. We won't allow you to have your way anymore. This ends here.
Yes, I suppose you're right. My actions are unforgivable. Come then, do your worst. If you don't kill me now...
You'll have to watch as I slaughter your precious colony Tau before your very eyes.
Is she the G-Arcane from G-Reco? That's exactly what she looks like. She totally is! What the hell? say, I think, based on Enel's videos, it seemed to be considered that the Agni and healing classes are best, or the Agni classes in general are best, because they start, their arts come back off cooldown faster, but I actually don't know if I agree with that, because it means you're left waiting for your secondary arts for quite a while. What? Why didn't that? Oh, she has no heal. Well, fuck you. She really does just look almost exactly as G-Witch, sorry, G-Arcane from, not G-Witch. G-Witch is the current Gundam. From, can I help people out of bind? No. Oh. That null heal thing is frustrating. Oh, we got a topple going on. I guess I could have... I don't think I actually would have had time to do that. Boom. Boom. Oh my god. Wham! Oh, I didn't get a chance to pull that off. Oh shit! She's launched. We should chain attack. During chain attack, boost damage dealt to lower HP enemies by 90%. Well, normally this is bad, but you know what? This time it actually counts. I wouldn't say Agni and Arts are chance-based. But I would say I like starting battle with the Agni and or the Kavesi Arts, because then by using those Kavesi Arts, I can build up the Agni and Arts. I also just feel like Agni and Arts, there are better Agni and Arts than there are Kavesi Arts. But maybe that's because I've been playing as Kavesi class the whole game, and now that I'm really gonna start entering the mode of I start with Agni and class arts, maybe I'll start learning the best ways to deal with those. I just nailed pushing that button, by the way. That almost ran out. What do you do again? Chosen increases the damage ratio by okay. Very true. I suppose that's not wrong. Also, we may end up switching classes soon. Wow. That attack makes her class seem so much faster than it actually is. Me, 77. I think we're good. Barely? Holy shit. I'm gonna save Tyon for later. Let's finish with you. Game does not like those rapid fire attacks.
I use my thinking muscles for this one.
I guess we'll go with Uni. Whee! Oh right, this is the spinny attack that takes forever. I guess I shouldn't have used everyone here, actually. Because... No, because I'll get 3 back, so I'm guaranteed to get not just healers. I was concerned for a minute, and then I remembered, oh, right.
This should be off.
Ooh. Let's look at plus 10, which I think will put us over, so I think I'm just going to end with this. Won't get us to 200, but it doesn't really matter, because we're going to get everyone back again anyway. Alright. Whew. I have to say, this is probably my favorite chain attack in the series. It really feels like every roll matters in a way that it doesn't really in 1, and it also doesn't require the crazy amount of setup that you need to do to get it to the chain attacks to be good in 2.
This is the decider. You're finished.
When we get to 500? No.
Well, then, it looks like it's my loss. You've such power, my Ouroboros.
Consul you.
Oh, yes. Now that right there is the face I wanted to see. I'm afraid I won't be dying here alone. I'm going to kill off all your dear sweet friends, one by one. You will remember exactly how they died, and you will regret it every waking moment. Cursing your own ineptitude, wishing you'd done more.
It's relevant in 1. My problem is that in 1, if you have you need basically all physical attacks, because that's the way you chain attack.
How very exquisite the look on your face will be then.
She's lost the plot. Big time.
This was our victory. You don't need to listen to this.
Colony Tau,
What about them?
we made a promise that we'd survive. And so, the console's twisted games are something I cannot entertain.
Ah, Junebug. So you really can make a face like that too.
And now I must wonder, did I do the right thing in the end?
I think that's what life is all about. Searching to find that answer.
Yes, how true.
Thanks. Yet again. Feels like you're always saving our bacon.
Twitch, please stop doing this.
Now, none of that. We're all mates now,
Yeah,
remember?
so the problem in Xenoblade 1 is because chain attacks reward you for doing the same type of action over and over again, and most characters are highly physical based. If you have a character that doesn't match that, you kind of end up with problems.
Yeah, Lance is right. We're all in this together.
Juniper, what's wrong?
Life is cruel, isn't it? Just when I stopped waiting for death and began to live for myself. Why must it be so hard? It's just as the console said, expecting death would have been so much easier.
You're not wrong. It's not easy. And it never will be.
Sure, but it's still a sight better than doing sparkle and giving up.
That's also true. You're right. Life is a struggle, but I think I'd like to go on fighting for a little while longer at least.
Nah, you've got to dream bigger. Fight until the bitter end.
Perhaps I should. Even without a console, our goal remains the same.
That's right. And we've got to start by harvesting the crops.
Right, yes. We have our hands full as it is trying to look after ourselves right now.
Sure. Well, if you ever find yourself having a hard time, we'll be there to help.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, and see you soon.
Alright, that was world's shortest Potato Man side quest. I was expecting this to be a Lambda crossover. I still maintain that even though I found Potato Man's side quest annoying, that it's probably the best written, in that you get to see two colonies that don't normally interacting. I guess Valdi's is also like that, now that I think about it. Yay, that class nobody uses could be leveled up again. We are all still rank 6. Okay. I'm assuming we got more Collectopedia cards. I will say, I don't know if the story in this one is the best, but it definitely has the strongest cast in the series, and that, I think, helps go a long way. Especially since a lot of JRPG stories are very personality-based. Your personality arts include who cares, because Stalker's a bad class.
We just had to persevere.
Wounded Up being on Mastery Art seems weird, given that's the entire class's gimmick. I would have thought the Bleed skill would be on there instead. Split Death, but I think you're right. Weird to put the class gimmick on a mastery skill, or on a mastery skill. They usually don't do that. They usually leave the class gimmick as the class's gimmick.
My stomach's growling.
I still can't believe the console played us for such fools. I mean, she told us what she was doing to our faces, and we still didn't do anything about it. How could I be so blind? But at least the threat is no more. You ought to look to the future now, and not wallow in regret. You're right, of course! It's no time for gloom and bitterness. Looking to the future. Yes, I'll do just that! He's a perky one, that's for sure. Probably the best right now. Probably for the best. And everybody's got something new to say. No! Roland is tall. I knew all along, you know. Huh? Knew what? The reason my Tao's in the forest. It was all the console, wasn't it? You can't grow any decent crops in the forest. Wait. I guess that makes sense, because the overgrowth covers up sunlight. We should have been in a place with better soil. It's possible, I guess. Oh, bye, other person. I guess we're not talking to you. Let's bring back Xeon.
You need my help.
Funny Potato Man is back. Gotta apologize, I'm ashamed of the way I was acting. Relax, mate. I'm a give and take kind of guy. I completely broke character there, it's fine. Well, I appreciate it. The console may be gone, but things are still tough in Colony Tau at the moment. But I'm going to do everything I can to bounce back and really start contributing again. Alright. I think I've acquired this chest already, so I can remove it. Gotta remember there's a shortcut for quests. So, we've got these 3 left. We're down to 3. Start with Seeker's True Intent, because it's the lowest level. I remember Seeker saying he wanted to do something with the lost numbers' ill feelings toward us. He was like, I don't know how it'll go, but we gotta find a way to work together and move past it. Seeker's identity? That's different. Oh. While we're out here, is there a campfire? I don't think there is. I think the nearest one's in the prison. I think the Agnes Castle recipe was the one, though, so I can easily grab that. Man, I should have thought about that while we were at the camp, collecting materials for the hero quest. Grover! Seeker? I hear he's been friends with the commander over at Lambda for a long time. Although, to be fair, he did used to be internal affairs, so I guess it's no wonder he's got friends in high places. Wait, do we know Seeker already? That would be kind of funny. Based on the position, I may take the elevator down. God, poor Sword Valley. What have they done to you, old friend? Oh yeah, the elevator would absolutely be closest, because then I don't have to walk all the way through here, even though this elevator ride is still very long. Especially if they're gonna spawn in the elevator at the top. Although, I guess they probably do the thing where the elevator just sort of spawns where you're gonna be. Tyon, are you okay? That was a little interesting. Huh. Ask about Seeker, yeah? I know him well. We were on the same team. For the longest time, he was a real straight shooter. Total over serious nerd. Nothing like he is now. Since the clock got smashed, he's a lot more proactive and full-on. Personally, I like him way better now.
I see some relations have changed.
Gonna ever say anything different, Noah? No? Okay. Whew. Well, I am quite excited to... Oh, I did... Speaking of stuff I've done off screen, I mean, we're not speaking of stuff I've done off screen, but while I remember, I did craft gems. We've got mostly level 6 gems now, I think. We're just missing these 3, which I... Oh. I can craft this one now.
Done. Come on, I want to use it quick.
Yeah, I'm missing 1 Oopalure. And I'm skipping 6 for this one because I don't want to go finding random mechs from... They're a lot harder to find, I find. Then I have to look up what those 2 mechs are. I think Sagittarius is the 4-legged Kiva's frame, but I'm not positive. Avis might also be... Avis is probably the giant humanoid, actually. But I'd rather go for these Antil Jaws, which will probably be coming up on pretty soon.
That should do it, you think?
Alright. Cook the recipe. Oh, if I can find a Serprond, which I don't know if I can, because I don't remember if I actually know what a Serprond looks like. I could make this without spending a coin. But we've been racking up coins at a pretty good clip. And we're probably not going to be in any danger of running out unless I decide to max rank a class randomly one of these times, which seems unlikely. Alright. Agnes Castle region.
Let's make the most of our break, guys.
Oh. Oh no, there's another quest! God damn it!
Break time's over.
Hey, could we talk to you for a minute? Sure thing, what's up? We've heard you got oh wait, this is for the other quest. I was like, why is there a cutscene for this one? We've heard you got Agnian soldiers locked up here, so... Oh, Sparks, really? Even you've heard? Ah, give me a break. Wow, sounds like that struck a nerve. Oh, you're joking now. But just wait till you hear the story. I'm at the end of my tether, I tell you. I mean, look, I agree with Seeker's thinking, and I want to work together with the city, I really do. But the people they lock up for violating regulations have done some pretty heinous stuff in the past. Take this Toma guy. Old pals with a chick called Zera. Then add in this hothead Jodor in the mix. Now the 3 of them have some kind of understanding. Cahoots o'clock. I'm telling you, thick as thieves. What are you suggesting? You think when they're let out, they'll get up to some hijinks? I've never heard hijinks spelled in 2 words. Hijinks, huh? Well, if it was just hijinks, I think we could consider ourselves lucky. To be honest with you, I'm kind of shocked they haven't been sent to the chop already. If we don't ever let them out, then maybe it'd have been better to just do that and be done with it. Getting the chop? You mean execution? What you're saying is, you think that they did this enough to deserve that? And what does Sika have to say? I'm leaving their treatment to your discretion. Discretion? My ass! Like, tell me what to do? You utter shitbird! Oh my god! Yeah, sorry, I had to get it out of my chest. Anyway, you wanna go see him? If they're really so irredeemable, aren't they gonna take a pop at us? I mean, they're still in a cell, right? Not exactly made of sticks. Okay, come along, I'll introduce you. What's this? Tea-tie toe tighter. I smell the smell of his strong... Okay. So that's the big baddie you were talking about? That's right, he's the main offender. You come to break us out, or cut our throats. I'll tell you, though, it pays to be good on our good side. I'm still making my mind up, actually. Don't go forcing my hand, alright? And you're the lot that liberated the castle, aren't you? Come on, let's have a square go, you and us. Beg your pardon? If we win, you cut us loose, and before you go misinterpreting that, I don't mean we'll go on a killing spree. Zera's my best and oldest friend, you see. And Jodar, well, I met him here, on the inside. But I like the cut of his jib. So I think we'd like to have a taste of the air outside. One day again. All 3 of us together. Well, if we win, that is. And what if we win? Your choice, I suppose. Keep us jailed till we die? Make us follow you around? Whatever you decide, we'll go along with. That doesn't make it any easier. Wait. Aren't they hardened criminals? I don't feel qualified to pass judgment on them just like that. It's fine. You're more qualified than me, that's for sparking certain. There we go. Sounds like a deal to me. Come on. Let's get to the fisticuffs already. What should we do? Alright there, Ferris. You pipe down and play nice till these good people figure out what to do. Sounds good to me. Just don't keep me waiting too long.
Good to add more names.
Okay,
I see some relations have
but
changed.
we're actually talking to Sona. I'm assuming that genocide equals bad.
My plumage is everywhere.
You know what? Let's start with this in case there's some weird... Actually, I'll just save. In case there's some weird...
It's good to keep a record.
When you speak to this character, the quest advances. You want to know about Seeker? Sure, I don't mind. Only, there's nothing really to tell. I guess he's serious about his work. There's that, I suppose. It always seemed like the higher-ups liked him well enough, too. He got a load of awards, if I'm remembering right.
I see.
So, the adjacent quests. Do I talk to these 3 to start them? I mean, I just saved, so I guess I'll do it. What did you do to get yourself in here? Well, a whole bunch of things, let's say. I used to work in the inspection branch. One day, I erased a certain piece of intel, but I don't think I did anything wrong. Now, I haven't had a bad time here thanks to Toma and Zera, but you know what? I now feel like battering you lot and moseying on out of here, if you'd be so inclined.
Good to add more names.
I guess I have to ask around for each of these to get to know more about them. Kind of weird that you don't just decide, you actually have to do more work, which, fine. I suppose that's well and good. I heard Toma talking earlier. I assume it was you guys, right? Yeah, but staying on topic, what got you branded as a fiend and locked up in here? Well, my great crime was blowing up a container the salvage corps was going to salvage. Horrible thing to do, right? Wasting away supplies they worked so hard to get. That's a new one to me. Why go and blow up valuable supplies? I mean, who cares about that, really? You guys have come here to fight us three fiends, right? I'm ready to fight whenever you are, but don't keep me waiting too long. Do your side quest last. Got it.
Good to add more names.
If you only do 2 of the quests, the last guy dies. So what kind of crime did you commit to be locked up here exactly? What's it to you? Will I get to fight you lot if I talk? That all depends on what you tell us. Well, I guess it's worth a punt. I got locked up in here for the crime of mass murder. A clear violation of military discipline. Simple enough reason, right? Thinking back on it now, I guess I just wasn't a soldier to the consul could control. But that's besides the point. You gonna fight me or not? Out with it. Well, I guess we might as well do these quests and get the Ouroboros. Get the Ouroboros podcast together all at once. Cadencia region. You must be from one of the other quests, right? So I heard Jodar might be getting out soon. The very man who brought disorder to his colony by destroying enemy intel. I know I wouldn't be letting him out anytime soon. Yeah. I mean, I knew the second we were asking about why they were in jail, that they were gonna go, there was gonna be more to the story. And they're gonna be, of course, they're not gonna communicate what more there is to the story, because they're hardened criminals and their pride. Toman was jailed for violating military discipline during a battle with Keves. Everything I ever heard about him suggested he was a superb Levnis pilot, albeit one who had a bit of an issue following orders. Sona is worrying about whether she should free the guy or not, but personally I'm against it. Okay, I guess we're going to the Cadencia region. Oh, right. The Cadencia region is here. I mean, it's not here because fast travel, but it's here. God, I really should get a cushion to sit on while streaming. I like this futon. It's nice to have a couch, and it's nice, and it compacts my room, because I don't need room for both a couch and a bed, because I've got a futon bunk bed. But, holy crap, this is not a comfortable futon. It simply exists. We'd like to ask you about Zara's story. Sure. I mean, Zara's already locked up now, so I'm not sure what difference it'll make. But hey, why not, I guess? You guys must have your reasons for asking, I suppose. Zara used to be part of the Salvage Corps. She achieved much as a soldier, and was well regarded for her... Is that a French word? New in battle. Noose? I'm assuming it's French, but I don't know. It looks like it would be, but I've never seen it. But one day, there was an incident on a mission to procure an airdrop supply container. I'm sure you probably know already, but for some reason she decided to blow up that container. Everyone was furious about the waste of supplies. It wasn't even like there were any Kavesi trying to steal them or anything. Fit one in my bedroom if at all possible. Yeah. Well, I think the problem is also, not only are futons generally not the most comfortable things in the world, but this is also like a at least 1 decade old futon. so the cushion is definitely not as cushiony as it used to be. The consul at the time therefore claimed she was plotting insurrection and imprisoned her. Oh my god, the consuls are being evil again, who'd have thunk? I definitely feel like the consuls are almost comically, like, the thing that was nice about Xenoblade 2 is that even though Malice was a comically evil villain that was just evil because, there were other more complicated villains in that story. And so despite the fact that the main villain was super evil for no reason, he was super evil. Well, actually, no, Malice was evil for a reason. Because he was a blade bonded to a guy that had a really shitty childhood and ended up being a psychopath. What a wombo combo. I heard the girl that blew up that supply container might be getting released from prison. I'm hesitant, to be honest. I know it said that she had Agnes's best interest in mind when she did it, but I find that hard to believe. Anyone else up here? Yes. So, like, even the comically villain for the sake of evil for the sake of evil villains in Xenoblade 2 had reasons for being evil, and, like, Xenoblade 1 predominantly had a very interesting villain in... Well, I mean, we don't know his name. You don't know who he is, but he's more interesting. And then, of course, it throws away at the end for a you gotta fight and kill God now ending that I don't like Xenoblade 1's final arc. I don't. It's such a good story and foreshadow. Like, it foreshadows everything so well. And then you get to the final act, it's like, I'm evil because evil. And, like, yeah, it's foreshadowed, but it also feels out of nowhere simultaneously despite that. Jodor, you say? Well, he used to be in Intel. He was my subordinate. One day the guy destroyed some intel showing that Kevis was making a camp somewhere. If our forces had seen that intel, they could have ambushed that camp and won the crucial victory. But without that intel, we had no chance. There were a few casualties, but I'm still at a loss as to why he didn't share the intel. Xenoblade 2 has a very excellent ending, and is terrible the rest of the way. And this game seems pretty middling, I'd say. But, like, also, gameplay-wise, it's, like, the best. No contest. This game plays the best. I wouldn't say... side-questing design might be the best of the three. It's definitely better than 1. 1 had, like, the worst side-quest design in the entire series. Even Definitive Edition couldn't save that.
Whoa, got a rare doodah right here.
Ooh, there is a fast travel down the ramp. I was wondering about that. Okay, glad I found that. Should be one more, yeah.
Smarts.
Quit your complaining, Noah. Darnie! I hear that Jodor is the reason we lost the chance to take out a base in the war with Kevis. I don't know why he did it. I tried asking him, and he flat out refused to give a reason why.
It's all making sense.
But yeah, point is, I feel like Mobius has sort of lost their interesting qualities by being comically evil all the time, and there's just so many of them. Honestly, even N. Like, N looked like he had kind of sad eyes, but he's also very twisted. I wouldn't say he's evil for the sake of being evil, but he's very twisted. And they all are, and I guess that's maybe a consequence of living forever, but, like, N was also evil from the moment he became Mobius, so I don't know. Toma's a man who cared deeply for his allies. I'll let N slide because he had to murder the town that he loved. I could see how that could, like, twist someone into that twisted logic where you don't want to admit that you're wrong, but you know that you're wrong, so you just end up double downing on the twisted evilness. In that battle with Kevis, his squad was on the verge of being completely massacred. But the Nutty Mutter broke position to take rear guard and charged right at them, letting his squad retreat in the process. That doesn't sound like mass murder. Alright, podcast time. Let's go for the open. Open air camp.
Better make sure we're well rested.
I know, we didn't finish the Zero situation, but god damn it.
Let's bounce.
Cadencia, yeah. Alright, who did I miss? Guy at the docks. Of course I did. Actually, it's also really fitting that, that Xenoblade 1 gets, like, the last arc is bad, because then also the extra story they added for the Definitive Edition is also bad. So it really gets bad as it goes along, whereas Xenoblade 2 is a bit weird, because Torn of the Golden Country is, I think, gameplay-wise, perfect. Story-wise, it's, like, nothing special, but I still quite like it more than the majority of Xenoblade 2's main story. Sierra, yeah, I know her. She was a hot topic for a little while here. She was in the squad that mainly salvages supplies, and was a stuff-incapable soldier herself. And when supply containers are being targeted by enemy scavenging teams, soldiers like her are invaluable. The Salvage Corps and the supply team may be known as logistics teams, but that doesn't mean they lack capable fighters. They're the ones who take the necessary decisive actions, such as blowing up a container if the enemy's about to steal it. Even I always have to stay on my toes. You never know when something might happen.
Sounds like a scoop.
Now, that's not to say that I think Xenoblade 2 is better, because the thing about Xenoblade 2 is that while it is most certainly best at the end, better at the end than Xenoblade 1 is at the end, it also doesn't have quite as high highs, so despite the fact that I say that, Xenoblade 1 is absolutely... its highs are higher, I think, because, as I said, Xenoblade 1 has, like... It's like a masterclass in foreshadowing. I think foreshadows very well. Okay, that might be overstating it, but it is a very good at foreshadowing.
Could you all come round for a second?
So from everything we've heard about Zara, you think she grew up fair or something? It's hard to consider blowing up supplies as anything but a military discipline violation. That much is certain. True, but something really doesn't add up here. Yeah, like, if I were planning insurrection, I sure wouldn't start it by blowing up some random supplies. You're right, Uni. What's the point in that? I need to take another swig of water. I guess the key here is to find out what her reason was for blowing up that container. I just thought of something. Like, isn't it a bit odd that the consul didn't send her to death right away? Good point. Usually in this situation, the offender would get executed to send a warning to the rest of the colony. Perhaps the consul saw some sort of value in keeping Zara alive. If we can present a concrete theory as to why she got locked up and not executed, that could help our case a lot. And what do we do when we find out, after she's freed, that she's just an utter maniac? Fire her, I guess. Figure that. Guess we should go see her then.
Where should I start?
If we're to believe what Toma has told us, then it would seem he got locked up for the crime of mass murder. But we also heard that he took rearguard in order to let his comrades retreat. And while he was fighting to save his comrades, he killed a large number of Kavesi soldiers. It's not like he did his case any favors, but he was just fighting his enemy, right? That's what we're all taught to do. Certainly. That would just be the normal thing to do when you're in the Flame Clock's clutches. Excuse my speculation, but he didn't extract the flame from the enemies he defeated, did he? If he was blinded by rage, like he said, I think he was more preoccupied with crushing those Kefesi than anything else. You do raise a good... What do you... Wait. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was gonna say, wait. You cannot do that? You do raise a good point. You can't exactly extract someone's flames while in Alevnis. Looking at it from the consul's point of view, that wasting of a good flame would have been cause enough to lock him up. This will sound grim, but hear me out. I think the consul could have solved this more easily than if he just snuffed him on the spot. Good point. But you have to consider that Toma's deeds would have won him favor with the troops, despite irking the consul. Executing him for valiantly saving the lives of his fellow soldiers would have backfired massively. It was a right pain in the consul's ass, that's for certain. It would go some way to explaining why it would have been far easier for the consul to lock him up under false pretenses. So then, perhaps it'll be possible to not only convince him not to fight us, but also to free him from the prison. I don't mind fighting him, either way, but we'd be saved a whole lot of fuss if you could talk him out of it somehow. It's only one way to find out. Let's head back to Toma's cell and see what we can do. So, do you kill anybody you don't do the situation quest for? Because, like, could I save only one person if I wanted to for some reason? I'm gonna do all of them, but I just find that funny. Like, you could determine, oh yeah, these two were in prison for false reasons. But kill that other guy.
Could you all come round for a second?
Pattern brain go brr. I'm sensing a pattern here. If only there were some subtle clues that the third guy might also be innocent. So the story goes that Jodo destroyed Keva's intel, and therefore caused damage to Agnes's position. The mystery here is, why did he destroy the intel that had crucial info on an enemy camp's whereabouts? What he did went far beyond a violation of military discipline. He could have easily been sentenced to death for it. Tell me about it. Soldiers are always getting killed by enemies they don't see coming. That intel is worth its weight in gold. Which brings up an important question. Why is Jodo alive? I think we might need to ask the guy himself about the true nature of what the intel was. That'd be quicker for sure. Yeah, let's go and ask him.
Could you all come round for a second?
From what we've been hearing, it seems he understands the problems affecting Agnes Castle as a whole. He's also said to be a diligent worker, and nobody seemed to wish him ill. Alright, sure, but he was in the prison camp for a reason, right? Things can't be that simple. I did initially suspect there might have been some hidden motive behind Seeker's actions, but it no longer seems likely. Right. I think it's beyond doubt that he's thinking about moving things in a more positive direction. And also, since he's working hard to reform this place, don't you think we could stand to lend him a hand? Well, it seems like he'd be worth having a chat with at least, even if nothing comes of it. Yeah, if he's trying to make amends with the lost numbers, then it's definitely worth a try. Let's all go and talk to Sika then.
Let's lay out the facts.
So there's supposed to be this spring whose water makes you stronger. Yeah, I heard about that too. Just from drinking it? Wow, that's the dream. Man, yeah, I love a bit of that. Nopon have story that eating red pollen orb make you strong. Probably same kind of story. I feel like there's a red pollen orb side quest in Xenoblade 1. I'd love to find that spring. It's a load of bollocks. If something like that really exists, why haven't other colonies heard of it? I've got to say, I have no knowledge of this either. Then why don't we investigate it? I mean, if we look into it and find there really is water that makes you stronger, that's a win-win, right? True, but this wouldn't be the first suspicious legend to grace this colony. Toilet? If this is a malicious custom that started in Colony Tau, we should debunk it now. As you wish. The Spring of Rona is the place. Where is that? It's not a building. That's not a spring. It's... Alright.
I'm all refreshed and ready to take on the world.
Never change, Xenoblade AI. Never change. No, no! The side quests never end. That's not a spring. Huh. What are you lot up to? We wanted to talk to Sika. Ah, perfect timing then. Oi, Sika. Get these Dags and Augie to help you, would you? Huh? What's this about now? Well, I've been thinking. I'd like to transport some of the provisions from Agnes Castle over to the city. Provisions? Now there's a golden idea. Okay, but why? What's in it for Agnes? I'm not sure there'd really be a clear way payoff for us, however. But here's the thing. Wait, you can't just end a sentence with however. But here's the thing. When the Fate Queen was revealed, I saw consoles from Keva standing there, and it made me sick. All the things I thought were right. In that moment, that instant, I saw just how mistaken I'd been. Because now you're fucked. And mistakes need to be corrected, even if it takes my entire remaining life. That's why I want to give the city its due. I hope it'll make you stronger, and I hope I can spend my strength repaying you. Whoa! Dude, you're gonna make me bowl. Hey, Augie? Well, yes, this is most gracious. First, we repatriated everyone who'd go back to the city. So then I figured, why not send some provisions next? Are we really that strapped for grub, though? Lady, what are you saying? We always need great quantities of food to get by. That's actually weird. You'd think with the way the city is that they'd have internal farms. And whose fault is that, do you reckon? You bottomless... Oh my god. In any case, you could stand to have a bit more food, surely. As luck would have it, we have plenty here. If we could get them processed to be more shelf-stable, they'd make for good portable meals, too. Sounds like it'd be quick going if we pitched it in as well. Yes, if you could. We'd also appreciate if you could collect whatever's missing and leave it with Darnie. And then we city people can take it from there. Yes, that would be fantastic, thanks. That is the long and short of it. We'd be thankful for your assistance. You will have it. Rest easy. Oh. He's in Cadencia region. Well, while we're here... Oh, actually, these quests are higher level, so I... Yeah, my mistake. I didn't realize the Three Fiends was a level 55 quest. In that case, let's head to the Cadencia region. Of course, he's all the way down there. We don't have quite enough for the city transport to the city, so we need to get help getting them together.
So we're handing over
3, 5. 2 times 20 is 40. $66.
Rain, a blessing.
You've got all the provisions we requested. Thanks bunches. Would you be so kind as to get and give Seeker the good news? Bold of me to assume that a Xenoblade game would have convenient quest NPC placement. Oh yeah, you got this quest right next to a place that just takes you to where you need the area you need to go. So naturally, the quest NPC is going to be right there. No, wrong. Quest NPC is going to be miles away. We finished collecting the food and handed it all over. Thanks so much. I'm glad I turned to you for help. Well done, Noah and friends. Always so quick to aid. It's marvelous. Even in a difficult situation like this one, we can only try to move forward. And I believe that when we work together, we can achieve almost anything. I think so, too. And we're always ready to do our part. Wow, Sika. Sounds like something a real leader would say, innit? You want to look elsewhere next time you say something pointed like that. But yeah, that was a good line. I'll even go out on a limb and believe it. Thank you. I'll do all I can to live up to the trust you placed in me.
I see some relations have changed.
Alright, what do we get for that quest? Blue metal or days duration? I don't use days, so... Characters... Oh. Gems, right, I made a new gem. What we need here is some decent food. Don't you know you can't fight an empty stomach? I mean, you're not wrong. Right? So we've got to get a massive supply of food to the city. I wonder. Alright, speaking of the city, our next quest... I guess our next quest is Water Runner.
It's so imposing. I'm speechless.
We certainly seem to be talking a lot for somebody that's not that's speechless. That turn of phrase. I thought it was this one. I was like, isn't that the... I thought I recognized this building. Speaking of which, it is a bit of a shame we haven't had any proper Xenoblade sequels. I mean, I guess this is a proper sequel for once, but, like, the end of Xenoblade 2, like, the whole world changes, and next game's like, alright, everything about that is completely fucked now. This city at the end of Xenoblade 2? Yeah. Yeah, it's gone. All the empires you knew and loved from Xenoblade 2? Dead. What are you doing here? They're looking for the spring. What about you, Notka? I was thinking of putting all that knowledge I got from Colony Iota about water and rocks to use. I think perhaps drinking this water isn't suddenly going to turn you into a better soldier. Mate, this stuff is so good. So good. Guys, please. It's just water. How can it... Oh, it does taste nice. You could make a sublime cup of tea with this. This is where we're going to find out that it's been poisoned. It is really top quality water, but I don't think there's anything particularly special in it. So it's just a normal spring. Seems that way. I don't think it'll give you any powers. What? Tell that to these bulging biceps, Lance. You're always bulging. Both of you are plenty strong enough. It's all in your head. Should we try one more spring? If other fountains are as good as this, then it would spare us the trek. Is there a spring closer to town? There is. This area is a bit too monster-infested for comfort. At worst, we might be surrounded. The other spring's a lot more peaceful. It would be far preferable for us as a water source. I see your point. Okay, let's take a look. Follow me. Thanks, that crab is booking. Oh no, we have to walk all the way there! With the weird NPCs that are slower than us for no reason, which means I have to stop every once in a while because these are poorly designed. Why didn't you have them walk at the same speed as my player character? Why did you not do that? It would have been so easy. It's such a glaring flaw. It's a glaring flaw in every game that it's in. At least in Zelda, you can just go, like, it's pretty obvious where you're going, and you could just go there. I don't think the lobster, I don't think it's in the lobster's best interests to be cooking.
Considering the distance, maybe it's for the best that Tau don't have to go all that far.
That's true. If anyone gets hurt in the process, it'll be defeating the purpose.
Oh, here. Wait here while I look around. Well, its composition is practically identical to the other spring. Needle would be a far easier I know how to pronounce this immediately name. It's definitely better to draw out water from here. We've had a lot of casualties getting out our water from that spring. This is far and away the better choice. They're both pretty much the same. Oh, you tried it then. Then how come the other one's got a legend about beefing up and this one doesn't? No idea. If it's just something that people have said. That's how customs work. It doesn't matter how ludicrous they are. People refuse to let them go. Glory always had an awful time trekking up there to fetch water. If you can lighten her load, I count that a win. She's already working hard enough trying to treat all our injured. Graziana, too. She and Gloria are responsible for the water supplies. Graziana's very careful. Thankfully, she hasn't had any unpleasant monster encounters yet. The water is so good from this spring, too. She should be pleased. Do you mind if we leave you to spread the good news? No problem. Let me just fill her up first. Thanks for coming out here. No bother at all. We're just happy if we can stop more people from getting hurt. Right, it's little things like these that make life easier for everyone. Hang in there.
This is some story.
I see some relations have changed.
Not in the mood to do another quest today. But I mean, I guess we have to fast travel to the city anyway for another quest. So might as well fast travel here. Let's wager our balls. will take another swig. Thank you, Mr. Skyson. Also, hello.
We could do with some food.
Alright, Ouroboros podcast, the return. No side quests, woo! Looks like the people who went from Tau to the other colonies have come back. Those were colonies we'd liberated, and we did notify them they'd be coming, so it's not like I was overly worried. Was waffing and multitasking, lost track. Yeah, don't worry about it. But still, it's no small feat to get there and back all alone. I don't think I could have made it. Senna, nonsense. You absolutely could have. You're the powerhouse. Yeah, me neither. Not my own, anyways. And yet, as a learning experience, I'm sure it was inevitable. I agree with you. It's bound to spur on Colony Tau in all sorts of ways, expected or not. Before this, the place was slowly headed for the scrap heap, and no one would have been any the wiser. They grabbed this opportunity and ran with it. Good on them. Certainly, we could stand to emulate their example.
Let's move out.
All right, we're getting up there. We're also only missing 3 Nopon to the Nopon register, and I know for a fact I think 1 or 2 of those are from Rex we haven't gotten yet. At least I think they're all from Rex. Doc, we're back with the stuff. Just in time. We were on the verge of running out of herbs. All good quality ingredients. You're back just in time. It only took you a month. Let me get that medicine mixed up. Pon. I've been the waiting. I can't thank you enough. So what is it exactly the city folk are suffering from? I've heard a few things about it from Monica. It's not something you need to worry about. Excuse me. Oh my. You've packed right up. Yes, because of you. Thank you. Whoa. Whoa. I just wanted to thank you. I made this for you. It's beautiful. You actually made this? I've been embroidering as a hobby for decades now. It's not hard to do. I can teach you if you're interested. It certainly beats watching children go off to war. Take care of yourself and show me how it's done next time. I was side questing.
I see some relations have changed.
Alright, and that leaves choices. It's San Undertale. Azalea's dad got out of the prison camp and made it back. Azalea's really made up, and so am I. I've never heard that expression before, and I'm assuming it's a British one. I will never not make that name anytime I have to talk to that NPC.
Huh? What is that thing? I've never seen it before.
Oh,
Don't
right.
stray from the group, Juniper. What if you got lost, huh?
That's right, I need Potato Man.
You need my help.
Come back, silly Potato Man. Hello, Garrett. Garrett is a name that's familiar to me, but I don't know what from. Like, besides this game. It's rare for any of the 6 houses to allow their children anything, let alone let them do as they please. I wonder if Monica had to go through the same thing. Probably not, because Vandam was a cool guy. But anyway. Also, was the Game Awards last week? I think it was. Yeah, Game Awards was last week. Cool stuff. Armored Core. Phantom Mech games. Gonna play it, probably. There was actually a lot of neat stuff at the Game Awards, but I honestly can't remember any of it. As far as Game Awards go, I would say it's not bad. I don't want to say it's good, because it was still very fillery, but it was not bad. It was pretty concise, all things considered, for a Game Awards style event.
Every day's a training day.
Yeah, lots of unhappy voices in the city these days. The doors are acting as mediators for the moment. I'm just waiting for Garrett to give me a summary of the situation. Could have trimmed some of the fat. Yeah, there is still a bit of extra fat, but they're improving, which I think shows that they actually listen to feedback, which, I mean, I would not expect, given how very self-pat on back feeling the Game Awards show tends to be. For once, I'm grateful for his meddling. I'm afraid he'll align himself with these concerned citizens in the end. So that's where we're at. Now we just have to work out how to... We've got trouble. What's going on? A number of armor units have taken off without authorization. Seems they were commandeered by soldiers and civilians alike. The soldiers on guard seem to have been bribed to look the other way. Travis. It's just one thing after another. There's no end to them! Assess the situation ASAP. Monica? This means people who aren't in the lost numbers have left the city, doesn't it? But what are they hoping to accomplish? Mio's voice is probably the least consistent voice out of any cast member I've given. We found them, boss. We tracked a signal of the stolen armor units. It seems they're headed towards Vinisog Home. Understood. We'll head out there. Personally? Naturally. Prepare for immediate departure. One step ahead of you, boss. Monica, we'll come too. Okay. We'll make a move as soon as we're ready. Can I ask you to go on ahead and provide some defense? Of course. Let's get to Vinisog Home. At this point, it becomes somewhat inconvenient these are on different maps. Alright, that's like another quest. It's weird how many, like, very normal shapes. Like, this is almost a perfect triangle. And this is a pentagon, almost. Scribblings of a madman, these are. I guess I have some outlining here to do left, but... meh. We'll explore this location another day. Well, I think we found out what happened in the commandeered machine. You don't actually have to visit the entire map to do that. I believe you can do that just by finding every landmark, which is what I'm going to be doing eventually. But I think I'll wait till I'm doing backtracking and stuff. And in the beach area, we'll have a swimsuit day. Ouroboros. So you're the ones who stole these armor units. Why did you come out here? We want independence from the city. We should apologize for the crudeness of our departure. but we'd like you to leave us in peace from now on. Did you talk this through with Monica? I'm sorry, this might get a bit violent, but I'll have to ask you to leave now. Oof. Maybe you feel more like chatting when when your automatons are lying in the scrap heap. Moondog. Does Moondog draw aggro? I'm kind of curious. Man! Healing hitboxes are weird. Why is there a crab in this fight? That was very funny. Just a random crab wandered into this oh. What made you want to leave the city? I would have thought you could work it out. You must have heard the story of the old city, built somewhere else, destroyed by Mobius. Yeah, I know the story. We heard about it from Garrett. And there was that Mobius attack. If they ever actually get past their defenses, there won't be anything we can do about it. We came to the conclusion that we had no option but to leave if we wanted to stay alive. I see. We really don't care if you accuse us of cowardice. This is our choice, for our future. Our aim is to avoid the total annihilation of the city. If we survive, then we could build up to our strength, and in a few hundred years, we might even be able to tackle Mobius. I understand your point of view. But, Zelda, I have to order you back to the city. But, I mean, there are only 5 of you. We aren't trying to stop the lost numbers from fighting. So why? You didn't make any preparations before you left the city, did you? Well, I mean, if Garrett backs you up on this, then you should present your plans formally to the Senate. Oh. I'm not denying your choice, so will you go back and think your plan through? This is true. There probably honestly should be multiple cities. Okay, we'll talk it through with Garrett. Hi! Sure, you haven't just caused a massive spark storm there. If they can come up with a workable plan, then we can analyze it. The future has many potential forms. They'll probably have sorted something out by the time we settle things with Mobius. I guess, yeah. Sorry to drag you out here. We should head back too.
I see some relations have changed.
Blood socks. How to make lists. Blowdown resistance. Knockback resistance. I hate that those are separate. Alright, well, I think that ends the side quests that I want to do for the time being. There's a reason why the phrase putting all your eggs in one basket exists. Just be really careful with that one basket. Then you don't have to carry 2. Alright. Story time. We got 45 minutes to do it, to boot. Look, there is the phrase, killing two birds with one stone. Honestly, you can find, like, contradictory things like that all the time. Oh, look, it's the level 61 thing I saw that was scary.
This could be dicey. Up to you.
Supercorn, Thanos.
Sweet, let's poke around.
Wait a minute, Bulafo's a monster from Xenoblade 2.
Glad I made this journey.
There's nothing special here.
Friends, sure we come to right place?
We're good. You'll see.
Is this real? That's the Cloud Keep.
Whoa! Fantastic bit of tech. Amazing how they kept it hidden.
So is this where the Queen's been sleeping then?
Yes. Right at the very top.
Right. Let's move. Not far now. A few more stairs. We might finally discover the way to free the world. End Mobius's reign.
A brand new vista. What a world.
Alright. Let's head on up.
It's been one revelation after another these days, and now here we are, walking through thin air like it's totally normal.
Watch your step. It's a long way down.
What's that you say? So is this going to be a dungeon or what?
Sweet, let's poke around.
Ah, at last.
So this is the Cloud Keep. It's certainly lavish.
It's down there, then. The game wants us to go up, so I'm inherently just gonna go down. Which might be our ultimate goal.
I hope we can make use of this.
Optional boss fight. Oh, don't worry, we're gonna have plenty of those optional fights to come. Post-game. Really? This isn't important enough to be a... I bet a super boss spawns here. This room looks too important to not have any kind of fast travel. Which super bosses will be interesting. I think I'll give them a fair shot on my own, and then if my own team builds are insufficient, I may start turning towards how Enel builds his characters. Okay, and this area is probably symmetrical, so coming over here is a dead end, actually. Okay, never mind. I think this is still game. I like how open this Xenoblade game is, and I wonder if they can make an even more open Xenoblade than this, while still having a somewhat linear story. Because X, I think, has the weakest story in the series, so it would be a shame, but like it was really cool because you could go anywhere. It was also really grindy.
Do you think the Queen's really here?
If you fall off, you're on your own.
Like, I like X's combat, but I also don't like X's combat. It's very...
Do you think we'll be able to meet the real Queen soon?
Very grindy.
I'm feeling kind of tense.
She's gonna get captured, isn't she? Why does this area look like it should be symmetrical and it's not?
What's the matter, Tyon? Not getting all nervous, are you?
No, he's getting stuck in the stairs.
Her Majesty the Queen. Who wouldn't be nervous right now?
Guys. Am I the only one that can walk upstairs?
We're here.
Yes.
She's really pretty. It's her. That's the real Queen of Agnes.
She's sleeping and not dead, right? Don't worry. She'll awake soon enough. Ah! She's up!
What?
Of course, they're back.
She's been killed!
How delicious. I can taste your despair already. I'm afraid you won't get your way. We worked hard to make this world ours. No way that we'll relinquish it now.
Yoren!
You rats! How'd you find us?
I don't get your surprise. That one's still half Mobius. You didn't seriously think we'd lose her, did you?
Or did you think you're all that just because you managed to defeat N?
Well, thanks to you, I got to end that aggravating old bat, fulfilling Zed's orders in the process.
Looks like we got played. Yoren, are you seriously
Seriously what?
teaming up with this creep?
You've killed her!
Wasn't that clear? You know I am Mobius.
I was reborn, and on that day, Jay surpassed you all.
That day. Right. Then tell me. Why did you do it? Trade your life for mine? You could have ignored me, got away safe.
Well, gee, I have no idea.
Let's see, there might be something in one of my memories. Maybe if I die instead of him, I'll please him? Perhaps that's what I was thinking.
One of your memories.
Since I couldn't do anything else right, you know?
Must be nice to be you, Lance. Just being yourself.
Nice to be me.
You couldn't fathom how hard it is to be useless. You'd never understand, unless you'd seen yourself in that light.
Oh, here's a thought. How about you try interlinking with me for a lark? I bet you'll cry at the state of me. Fun fact, you know. When you become Mobius, you're treated to all the memories of your past lives. I got to see all the different me's. Although they all pretty much met the same sad end. Deadweight will always be that. I am nothing but myself.
Those were all just coincidences. We know different.
That's right. We thought... No, I knew for sure that you were awesome.
Whatever. Bet you were well and truly fed up with me. Although, back on that day, I still managed to surpass you. I can still be here, feel this rush.
And now, I'm having the time of my life.
Well, that probably explains why they're always so twisted. Because they get to experience all their guys. That's a set field. I mean, that is essentially what happened. Uh-oh. Oh, we made a clone. Alright, there's two of them. If we can take... Yoren's, I think, the more frustratingly annoying one, so let's deal with him first. I think most of our damage is going to be coming from physicals this time. So... let's heal everyone up, except for myself, because I forgot that I can't do that, which means I'll have to heal again with Tyler anyway. Whoops. Then let's go for Senna. I don't know why I did that. I should use the other one. Because, so the thing is I suspect most characters have similar lives no matter what colony they're in. And oh. Well, that didn't work out. Well, this isn't going great. Okay. I forgot which of these does more damage. We're lucky we got an attacker back. We got Senna back instead, which isn't great. Okay. Of course I get Noah back. Why wouldn't I? Draw a lucky 7, so I can make this a smash. There's an angry gesture in our hands. Yeah, very angry. Oh. How did I draw aggro from you? Alright. Let's do this again, but better. Okay, this should help out. $45. $43, that's less than 45. Good! Okay, perfect. This should give us back, give us back Uni, which is exactly what we want back, because Uni will now have higher attack. Whew, okay. I want the attack boost. Hey, Shushi. So, not ideal, but we're gonna go with Senna instead of Noah. Which, I mean, I guess it's good, because I think Mobius have a high block rate anyway. How are you doing? I guess I could heal Noah, but what the heck? We'll go with not doing that. I'll have an opportunity to heal Noah again later anyway. Then we need to we want Uni back, so we should still use Neo. A little bit. Tyquets do that to you. That too. I guess I'll use Noah. Because at 48, I should be able to still use you. And not go over. Correct. And then I could use you to get... I'm only gonna get 2 back, though. That's unfortunate. I was very close to getting 3 back. I'm probably gonna get 2 healers now. Which is, like, the worst possible scenario. Oh, I only got 1 healer back. I don't want to start with Tyon, but hey. I need to if I want to have any hope of finishing this. Alright, well, we made it. Got the annoying stat guy, but are bosses in this game spongy? They can be. Mobius tend to be. But also, you're, like, very overpowered in this game, so they kind of need to be. Like, I've killed bosses... Well, maybe not bosses. I've killed, named monsters, so, like, optional super fights from over half health and just killed them. This party setup isn't great. Yeah, these, like, big bad Mobius fights tend to be a little bit spongy, but it hasn't been taking that long, I don't think. Especially since, again, chain attacks are kind of powerful. Alright, 1 down. I dropped him. Normalizing the butlets of HP ammo, but single player. I mean, yes, but they don't... Mobius puppet, I mean, I guess taking care of this will help. Especially since we don't have Jay to deal with anymore, which I think Jay was frustrating because he had that AoE that inflicted Blaze, which was very annoying. Okay, one of them's down. We just got the boss left. Not using the XP. I mean, it is, but they don't take that long. I swear I've seen, like, turn-based RPGs have longer boss fights than this game does. I'm not getting launch off, so let's just wail in them. Alright, perfect. Starting with an attacker, so this should go to my usual rhythm. And we don't need to heal, so I can just focus in on damage. You have the launch, no. You have the launch. But I don't want to use you yet, so I'll use you. As much as it would be a good idea to get launch off early. Mechanical rhythm. Wrong game. Right series. I actually... I'm hoping this does not push Uni over But we're gonna risk it for the biscuit. Okay, we just barely didn't go over. I'm gonna save time for later since I don't need to use them right now. Okay, good. We didn't get Xeon. Alright. This is fine. Is stream bugging? Bugging how? Bug how? How bug? Yeah, I think half of why these bosses are taking so long is because neither of our attackers does a ton of damage. We've got second worst attacker in the game is the bow and arrow. And we've got the other one. Causing any play again fix it. Might just be Twitch hecking up. Oh, whoops. I used a setup trick instead of doing the actual thing. My bad. Well, that's a little bit less damage that we're dealing. I'm actually really excited for the next set of classes that we're gonna get because we can loop Power Charge. Which will pair very well with Ashira, who's probably the hero I'm going to be using for endgame stuff, just because I really like her ability. I'm not sure if I'll get another chain attack. I hope I do. This is a Mobius fight, so I might, because they are very, very tanky. Where is Neo? Oh good, I'm dying too. I love it. It kind of is. That's kind of the gameplay style, which I don't hate, honestly. I might actually get another chain attack off. If I'm lucky, I'll get it off while they're launched. It doesn't seem like I will be lucky, though. Nope. Well, I can end it with a chain attack, so I will. For that extra sweet, sweet extra XP. Hopefully Xeon will show up this time. Like I said, I'm gonna finish the fight, so I don't need to heal. Back. Guess we'll use Senna again. Please show up, Xeon. And it with a chainsaw attack. No, we're not Chainsaw Man, unfortunately. And I can finish it with you, so I will. So I don't need to use Tyon in case I need him for use with Xeon. Yeah, 95. If I can... Xeon! Can you... Ugh, this game sometimes. It's fine. He's gonna die anyway. But I could have had more overkill. Oh, I should have used Xeon first. My bad. Yeah, no. Whoops. Yeah, if I had used Xeon, we'd reactivate... Well, wait, reactivating doesn't matter, though, because I didn't get Xeon. I didn't get Xeon to show up, so I didn't get a fourth chain. Oh my god, he broke! Finally! Use the healers, because I can. I guess Xeon... I don't know how... I should have checked how Xeon would build up. I maybe could have afforded to use Xeon there. Oh! I'm very overpowered.
Must be nice to be strong like you guys. And me? I was just a worm crawling in the dirt. But what I wanted was to fly. With every single new day I looked up to admire the birds freewheeling above. But I was a worm.
Yoren, cut the crap.
The stuff you guys said was like if those birds went... But Mr. Worm, you do such great work tilling the soil. It's really important you keep at it for the sake of the world, you know? Do you see what I'm trying to say?
And what's so wrong about that?
I wanted my wings, you bastard! I thought if only I could earn your approval, it'd be like an updraft I could soar on.
But birds, what can they possibly know
Of how a lonely worm feels.
Yoren! Just how could you possibly think like that? You wanted approval, so you...
How could I not? That's why I became Mobius. So I could be what I always aspired to be.
What? This is you?
It looks nothing like you.
Yeah, but, like... That's what I want to end up like, someday. Silly, huh?
Liar! If you think you're satisfied being this way, you're lying to no one but yourself. I know you can't be at peace with this, so drop the act. And yeah, maybe to you we were like birds. But that has nothing to do with strength. Only lack of choice.
Lack of choice?
Just look at how the world is for us. It would never allow us to take any other form. So we have to change it. For weak people like us.
Weak? You're weak.
On that day, weren't you smiling?
Oh yes, I sure was smiling. Because it was the moment I rose above you.
It was a grin of victory!
No, it wasn't. On that day, That was the real you! Our friend Yoren!
Stop mocking me!
Look, you'd made it, Yoren! You spread your true wings!
Yoren. Your death, it changed me. Fighting isn't everything. I learned that if I chose, I could change myself, become anything. Yoren, I'm grateful as Spark to you.
Ain't you the same, Yoren? Maybe if you had the choice too, in a world where nothing has to be like this.
And that's exactly the kind of world we want to create. We want choices.
Remember your Mobius. You should have other nice memories as well. You have to try and remember them. Anything at all.
I've seen all kinds of death. Taken a long, hard look at myself. So let me tell you, Yoren, you're more than this.
Yoren, you've given me so much. You helped me find the will to endure these 10 hard years.
Come to us, please, Yoren. Let's all stand together. You don't belong with them. You just don't.
Was that also me? That day it was like my body just moved.
Hey! Don't you think you're getting carried away there? Ugh, what a loser.
You good-for-nothing shit for brains!
An interlink? He's taken him over.
Ugh! He's a real piece of work.
D, you scum!
Ever had dreams?
Dreams of dying, of being slaughtered.
Most people forget as soon as they wake. No harm done. But tell you what.
They're all completely true.
And so snuffing what? What if they were? The past is past, and the present is now.
I wasn't finished. Dreams, you see. They're little traces of intense memories from your past lives that didn't get purged before rebirth. Little harmless bugs in the system, let's call them.
However, not so with Mobius. Just like the Runt said, when you become Mobius, in that very moment, all your past memories come rushing back to you.
Son of a bitch, this asshole's mum car from Xenoblade 1.
put it mildly, it's transcendent.
Before coming here, I went to visit the furnace where I keep my collection.
Collection, you say?
There they were, staring back at me.
He's mad.
Doesn't it make you tingle? As long as I am Mobius, I can enjoy this superlative feeling forever and ever.
I'll bury the world in my sweet collectibles.
I think I'm gonna hoe.
Push through it! First, we gotta save Yoren from the shitbag!
Yeah, Uni, what Lance said. This punk needs a whooping.
All right. Okay, we'll do. We'll thrash this shitbag, save Yoren, and get me some payback.
If you fancy your chances, take your shot. I'll be more than happy to rip your bloody pelts off.
And add them to my collection.
Oh, hey, that room I said looked important. It's here! The room! What a waste of a villain character! I thought he was going to be more important than this when he was introduced at the beginning of the game, and then he just didn't show up until the castle part, the Keva's castle part. And then we beat him up and he disappears again! What a waste of a villain. Honestly, I don't necessarily get the complaint that, what's Interlink? Not quite as strong as Interlink 3. But we were burning. Oh yeah, you can feel how slowly you build up your arts at level 3. Like, I only got one chain attack off, or one talon art off. One power charge and leave. I hate that same thing Bjorn does. It's annoying. Hey, Xeon, are you gonna show up to the chain attack party today? Oh, I hope I didn't... That's scary. Well, hopefully we get... Senna back. Or, no, not Senna, Uni. Okay, the blaze is gone. That's nice. Xeon! How nice of you to join. Okay, now we'll use you. That's your attack, your stronger attack anyway, so I might as well use you.
Hit them where they least expect.
6. Okay, yeah, now if I use this, I should have healed me. Ah, well, I'll get another chance. Hopefully. So this should get me over 200, so I should get 3 back from this. The game did not like having to intersect that geometry. Okay, 200, got 3 back, nice. So I literally can't be screwed into getting too many healers. Alright, this time I'll heal a Kion, because I need a heal. Well, 55, we're like 10 levels higher, so... But I'm also playing healer, which is not a class I claim to be good at. Oh. Yeah, no, thanks, Lands. Guess I should have started with Xeon. Oh wait, I've got no heal. Oh, and he can heal himself. Fun. Alright, let's go again. You. It's gonna be fun playing with the high crit class, because that high crit class does a lot of damage. Alright. If I got the time, I'm gonna try to interlink as well, so I get the fancy bonus for doing that. Okay, side attack. This guy having a heal is a little bit annoying, honestly. I could use a heal for Senna, so let's go for it. Alright, with Mio. Man, hopefully I'm not in this fight all day. Right, should be able to... 3 days later, I hope not. I don't have time for that, I'll have to end. We'll see if I get to Interlink after this. I may just be forced into, forced out of thing, which is fine. I think we should be getting close to Interlink level 3 anyway, so I'll probably start using Interlinks, and that's probably where I think most of our damage is going to come from. Front attack. Like that's not a kill. I think if this was a named monster, that definitely would be a kill from that amount of health. Alright. Alright, fight over. Woo! Did we crash? Okay, I was gonna say.
I lost. Impossible. I won't accept it. I am D of the Mobius.
The man who is Black Blaze Dark.
I won't be beaten by some idiot upstarts.
Black Blaze Dark?
You've heard of him?
I read about him in a textbook. An Agnian soldier from long ago who'd gone mad. Rather than take lives with his blade, he'd behead his enemies with talon-like swords, bring them back, and add them to his collection.
So that's who we're dealing with.
Is this your doing?
Jay, what are you trying to pull? I can't crush these fools if you hold your strength back. Give it to me, you no-good deadweight loser!
Deadweight loser?
Who else, kiddo? So give it up! Go on, give!
Look, you'd made it, Yoren! You spread your true wings!
That's
So let
not
me
the
tell
costume
you,
I was wearing at that moment.
Yoren, you're more than this.
I can be more.
What? What's going on?
Alright! That's what I'm talking about!
With this much power, these chumps are...
That's enough now! I've got more than enough juice to... Hey! Are you listening? Jay!
The Black Fog!
I knew it!
Yoren's doing that.
Stop it! Yoren! If you don't stop, you're gonna die!
I can't move! Cut it off! Jay! Cancel me into limp now!
Move your ass! Do what I say!
I will not. I've decided. It's my choice. I will be different. Yoren! This is who I am. Isn't it? Noah. Uni. Lands.
Jay, stop! If I die here, I won't...
Snuffing idiot. Always putting others ahead of yourself, you moron. You should have just looked out for number one. But you were so scary, I didn't really feel like I had that option. I suppose.
I mean, he didn't
I'm
know
sorry.
half the party.
Urine. Maybe... if we meet again. Yeah. And next time, we will win.
That was... Yoren.
Yeah, sure was. I swear, he hadn't changed one bit.
But this isn't okay. People shouldn't have to make such heartbreaking choices.
Yeah. That's exactly why we gotta move forward.
Yeah, well...
What do we do? The Queen's... she's gone now.
What do we do? What can we even do?
This was supposed to be how we take back our world.
I'm so sorry. I knew I was half Mobius. I should have been more careful, but instead... Wow. That bastard! Stuck me good, he did. 2 centuries to the side and things that have been a sight worse.
Oh, what? What?
I mean, it is Nia. I wasn't expecting anything but less.
Oh, you must be...
Impossible. I saw it. I saw her being stabbed directly through the heart.
And all that blood everywhere.
But now she's alive! Alive and kicking!
Yeah.
You are... Oh, that's good. So it worked after all. Your Majesty. My name is Nia. And I am the Queen of Agnes, one wing of Ionios.
Hey, chapter end. Perfect. Sure will.
It's good to keep a record.
I'm gonna confirm, or we're gonna see where this puts us before we end off for today.
N and M. Another version of us. What are we really? Why do we exist in the first place? The answers are within me, together with her hopes and dreams. I will give them a voice. I will make him hear our truth.
The giant kidney.
"300 days remain to the intersection. It seems we might make it.
Yes. It took every bit of our combined intellects, but we built it.
To prepare for the time our 2 worlds collide.
All that we are is contained within. Memories and our souls.
We will all be gone, and then reborn. Will it be a new beginning, or our demise? No one can tell us that.
Time will run its due course, and show us the true meaning of our deed.
In the distant past, what was once a single world was cleft in twain. Plus and minus, on the surface, they were identical. These two worlds of opposing nature knew nothing of each other as they wended their way towards their own respective futures. However, the worlds yearned for each other. Against the solitude of existence, they strove to reunite. Though it would spell certain destruction, should the two worlds intersect, they would cancel each other out and cease to be, leaving only light. Light, a shining beacon in the darkness, the last common language left to us. Though we inhabited separate worlds, the medium of light allowed us to communicate for the very first time. And so we sought for a way to prevent total oblivion. We pooled our knowledge and through time gave birth to a single point of hope. Origin. An arc containing all the world's data, recorded in words of light, carrying hope into the future. Origin was a system we constructed to reboot the world's states. And then, time was upon us. The reboot process failed to initiate. Instead, in that instant, the worlds became still. By the will of Mobius.
So it's their fault.
And at the heart of it was their ringleader, Zed. You could say Zed embodies this frozen world.
But what does that achieve? Freezing everything.
Not a thing. He didn't need to do anything after that. Only to keep everything in its place in stasis and create an eternity to abide within. As was their wish.
He made our lives their sustenance.
Precisely so. In order to gain control of Origin, Zed captured the Kavesi Queen. To what end? To access the memories in Origin. To bend them to his will. He needed a key held only by its creators. A key? A heart might be more fitting. Zed used the key held by the Queen of Kevis and seized Origin in its entirety. Controlling Origin means controlling the world. And having shackled it, he can bend it to his will. Life and death are his playthings.
Life and death.
No one, not even M, knew the origins of this world.
So I guess you have another key.
Yes, it's in my possession. With its help, I was able to create the Ouroboros stones. Though most of the power is with Zed, I have been able to resist him to a small extent.
It's a cogwheel?
One of the gears from Origin. Through a process of catalysis between the Origin substrate and the core in my chest, I can generate the stones.
And thanks to that, we became Ouroboros.
Yes, but not completely.
Huh?
Remember, have you not succumbed to Mobius's power before? As I've said before, Zed commands the world's very fabric. Unfortunately, my own powers are sorely limited. And yet, you two can break Zed's fetters, as you've shown, smashing through the rules he established. With your Ouroboros powers and the Sword of the End, both.
The sword of the end.
The sword you hold. It is a byproduct of resonance between the Kavesi Queen's heart and origin.
Does that mean it's like an Ouroboros stone?
The Ouroboros stones and the sword, they're mere gimmicks. The crux of them lies with you. You see, there are keys inside of you, too.
Inside of us?
Keys? Finally, my efforts were rewarded. I'm glad to meet with all of you who embody hope.
Majesty, what is it that we must do?
Right. Infiltrate Origin, then free it and the Kavesi Queen. From Zed. From the hands of Mobius once and for all.
If we do free it, will we get to change the world? It's so cruel and senseless. Can we undo that? Your Majesty...
If you desire to have a future before you...
I need to know. Zed and Mobius. Must they be our enemy?
No. Now that is something for you to decide. After confronting them and discerning for yourselves what they truly are.
All right.
Come this way.
Good to add more names.
Good to add more names indeed.